introduction.
Welcome back, everybody, to A Coming of Age, the podcast, Q for Coming of Age. So, you listeners out there, you might notice something is a little different today. You don't hear the sweet, humble voice of my usual co-host, partner in crime, Azam. He's taking a little time off, a little vacation. Everybody needs a little R&R. So I will be running this episode solo, but of course, I had to bring some friends along. So stay tuned. We got a hell of an episode this week. We got two of my closest friends in the entire universe, maybe the galaxy. See what's up. We have Anthony Ruggiero and we have Joshua Fourth on the line. What's going on, brothers?
What it do?
Going on?
It is so much excitement, Anthony. Yeah, I want to hear it in your voice.
Yeah, what was that, bro?
What?
You gotta get high.
What's going on?
We're on the show.
He's so serious. Joking, guys. So let me give you guys a brief introduction of these two fine gentlemen. First of all, my boy Tony Ruggs, Anthony Ruggiero. He is currently art director for Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment. Some of you guys may know it as MLSC. He's also a freelance for brand identity, logos, graphics design, the whole works. He's a hell of a creator. He's worked closely on projects for the Raptors, the Leafs, TFC, Argos. What's up, Anthony? How you doing?
Not bad, brother. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, I see. I got a little spunk out of you there. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
And then on the screen as well, who's blessing us with his appearance tonight, we have Joshua Fourth, Coach Josh. He is the owner and CEO of Get Set Go Athletics, who create and develop multi-sport programs for kids. They increase gross motor skills all through school settings where he works, after school programs, daycares, parties, summer camps, even internationally. He does camps in the Bahamas. Josh, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing quite well, good sir. Thank you for having us on the show. It is a pleasure. I've been wanting to do this for a long time now, man.
Hey,
and I'm glad you finally came knocking on the door. Knock, knock. I'm here. I've answered.
No time better than the friggin' present.
No doubt.
Guys, so just for you guys to know, we've been friends for a hell of a long time.
Very long time.
I met both of you guys in high school personally. So, I mean, we graduated in 2005. So we started in 2001. So that's 20 years. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. 20 years man. I've known these guys, but you guys knew each other since elementary.
Kindergarten, man.
30 years.
Yeah. Man. 30 years, going on 30 years. Wow. That's ridiculous.
That's too long to know someone. I feel like friendships should have expiration dates. Like once you reach 25 years, all right, I'm good. And you take a break or something, you just peace out.
I feel like that's what happens
I said sayonara, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See ya. No, I feel like that's what happens to most people anyway.
Hey, you know what? It's rare to find friendships that last so long. Not only does it just last so long, but we're more than just Instagram, Facebook friends. We actually hang out, actually talk, actually know what's going on. So that's pretty sick. You know what? 100%. Big ups to ourselves. Just so you guys know, you can big yourself up anytime you want on the show. Just give yourself a big up. All right.
Big up yourself.
Hey, boy. So as my co-host would usually say, we have a doozy this week. You guys definitely want to tune in. This week's episode. You know what? I don't know what episode.
Join us in our quarters for some toast.
This is episode 57. Wow.
Oh, damn.
57, season 2. And this week's episode is quite frankly stated as personal space.
What is that? I don't got it.
Personal. All right, I guess you know the direction of this podcast episode's already at. Personal space. Yo, we just heard Siri. Yo, what was Siri saying?
Yo, Siri's trying to get it on the podcast too. Get out of here.
Get out of here, Siri.
Speaking
Yo,
of
I need
personal
some space,
space,
yo. I need some
Yeah,
space.
see, there's no personal space here, man. Siri's
Zero.
all up in my biz.
she hears all the
So-
nasty.
Personal space. What we're gonna talk about first? We're gonna talk about why people even need personal space. Like, why does this even exist, right? Second, we're gonna go into how to handle people who invade your space. That's also a good one. There's rules to this game, man. So don't invade the space. And then lastly, we're gonna talk about, since our current pandemic life, some people are working from home with their loved ones, their kids. How do you get personal space when you're home all the time with like your family or your girl or whoever it is? And then whatever else that comes up during this podcast, yo, man, what it is, baby. That's how it's gonna
What
be.
it is.
So,
Yeah.
first, what does personal space mean to you guys? Or if you want, I can kick it off just to kind of set the tone.
Set the tone, bro. Set the tone.
I'll set the
Yeah.
tone. I'll set it up. Personal space to me, it doesn't mean that I'm in isolation. It doesn't mean that, you can't come talk to me or anything. I feel like for me personally, personal space just means I have an X duration of time, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, it doesn't matter, where I can kind of just exist in my own space, right? And it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can be reading a book, I can be playing video games, I can be taking a nap, I could be cooking, but it's just somewhere where like I can kind of have like almost like an imaginary bubble around myself. And you have to have a good reason to enter it, if you don't want me to like be pissed off at you or something. I don't know if that's similar lines to you guys or what you guys define as personal space.
No, I would agree with you, man. It's not a matter of being like alone per se. It's taking that time to yourself in your own headspace kind of deal.
Yeah.
That you're taking a breather, a 5-minute break, and just catching up on what you need to catch up on. Like I don't need to be. I don't want to say that it like if you're like you said, you can come and talk to me. You can do all that. Like I don't need to be alone, but
you're not gonna
like
lash out if someone comes.
No chance. Like I personally, I like to be around people. So my personal space time is basically when I'm driving.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean? Yeah.
I like when I wake up, driving to work. That's where I really collect myself for the day. Yeah. And then on the way back, I reflect on what's happened that day and what's going to come that evening. So
do you cry?
There's been times. I ain't shy. There are times
the weirdo crying in his car.
We all have feelings.
People just driving by, seeing Josh with just red eyes, singing to like Queen or something.
So don't worry, I wear my sick pit vipers, and no one can see my face.
But we can see your tears.
So Anthony, what about you? What's your definition of personal space?
So I feel like there's two sides of this coin. I feel like I agree where your personal space is similar to the examples you guys referred to, but I also feel like personal space would be two things. It's like, okay, it's not, like an enclosed space. It could be like just you being in your bedroom, but it could also just be like, for example, pre-pandemic, I would take the train and, you're in your seat, you get up out of your seat, you're walking to work. If you have that type of commute. Yeah. But if you do, it's like, walking to work or any sort of like commute that you do or walking anywhere. Could be in a grocery store, could be like outside in the park. I feel like there's like that space that you can call like your own. If someone gets like right up in your face, and it's like, you always hear the people referring to as like, get out of my personal space, like, give me some space, give me some breathing room. I think it's like it could be two of those things, right?
So we got driving, we got the train, which are pretty similar. I would agree that for me, especially driving, because like a 45-minute drive in the morning, then an hour and something coming home, and like, you can listen to music and stuff, but like, what else are you gonna do other than, be in your own shit, right? Like your own space.
100%.
So my question then is also, when you do have your said personal space, what kind of things can go on during that time? So is it always like serious thoughts, or can it literally be nothing? Like you're not even thinking about anything. You're just depleted. You're just kind of existing. Do you use that time to plan for work or something you're doing? What kind of things usually happen during that time for you guys?
Well, for me personally, it's I'm planning.
Yeah.
Like as like a business owner, you're always trying to figure out what your next move is going to be. Especially now during the pandemic, it's been even trickier. Not being able to go into the schools and whatnot. So I'm always trying to think.
You have to adapt a lot.
Yeah, I've had to adapt a lot. So I'm trying to think of new ways that I can expand my business, how to reach new people. So it's my when I'm in my headspace, it's mainly about work. It's like I don't know how to turn off. You know what I mean? It's almost like I don't really know. It's my personal space. I'm not necessarily relaxing. I don't know how to relax. That's another issue. So it's another topic.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't know how to relax?
I don't know how to relax, man. It's always going like 100 miles an hour in my brain. My brain's going wild. So it's so like it's a lot of just what's going on with work, what's my next move type of deal. So yeah, that's me at least.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, like I'm the same way, where whether I'm doing freelance work for a client or if this is in most cases just my my work by day working as an AD, it's like I find it very hard for my brain to shut off, and it probably like literally like 99% of the time it doesn't. I'll sometimes people, even when you're sleeping in bed at night, my mind's always racing even when I close my eyes.
For those who don't know, Anthony, like even when he's done work, this guy's just always posting about work, like graphics designs and stuff. Like everybody else posts like a picture of themselves or like just like having a good time. This guy, always graphics design. Oh, and I'm not even knocking him. Like that's dedication to his art. Like legit. Like I don't even I'm always posting just parties and stuff. So I'm not exactly a prime example.
I'm usually at those parties, so
yeah, exactly.
yeah, and I'm usually designing at those parties.
Just sitting in the corner, just not talking to anybody, being on emo. Give me my personal space at this party.
Yeah, screw off. Personal party space.
Yeah, so it's true. It's true though.
It's funny.
No, I was gonna say,
like the first thing that guys, I'm terrible at cutting people off. So if I cut you off, just cut me right back off. It's fine.
Oh no, I'm terrible too, so don't worry.
He's the worst. But it's funny because we've all talked about work. It feels like everybody needs personal space for work because work is stressful or like that's your drive, whatever. But what about the times where you just need space because you're okay? It's like for me, which I'm not special. There are billions of people who do this. Sometimes I'm just aggravated. Like, and it's not even specifically at any one thing. Like maybe it's a combination of a couple small things that just got me going. And there's times where I just need some time to just like kind of like, listen, just come talk to me in a bit. Just, leave me alone. And I'm not trying to think about work. I'm not trying to think about any kind of entrepreneurial moves or anything. I'm literally like, whether I'm sad, angry, I just need a moment to like not talk to someone because I'll just get more frustrated. Do you guys ever experience that?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Oh yeah. Even when I wake up in the morning, like when I wake up in the morning, don't talk to me for like
an hour. That's my
if I get up, or whatever it is, like just until like I feel like in my mind, like, okay, my day started where you wash up, you have something to eat, like whatever, until like you really, really begin your day. Like just don't. I can't get up and I can't just be like, I'm on. Like, I just can't go. Where some people, they're asking you 21 questions.
Wake me up before you go. Leave me hanging like a yo-yo.
The jitterbug. It's fire trap.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jitterbug.
Thank you, Wham.
I don't know,
Wham, for that
I don't know about
beautiful song.
I don't know about you guys, but do you guys ever like when you wake up and stuff, like you're doing your thing, you brush your teeth, people like try to talk to you while you're brushing your teeth? I can't answer you because I'm brushing my teeth.
No, that's not the dentist. The dentist, they always talk to me when they have shit in my mouth. I'm like, How do you expect me to respond to you?
That makes no sense. The drool is pouring out of my mouth. I'm also choking on my own spit at that point in time. And you want me to have a conversation with you?
And it's not even like they're talking. They actually say something. They expect a response. I'm just kind of like,
yeah. I'm just like, I go like that. I basically, we can't see this, but I'm just like, I just point like,
yeah.
Do you see what's happening? Do you see?
I'm currently dying in this chair right now. So stop talking to me.
Yeah. I'm foaming from the mouth. How can I answer your question?
But it's funny that you say that because with regards to the morning there and brushing teeth, Anthony, because I feel like we can kind of roll into the next topic here, which is how to handle it when people do invade your space. But I feel like, especially today's age with, emails are instant, messages are instant, phone calls are instant, Zoom is instant, Teams meetings, everything's instant. I feel like people don't respect the fact that other people may not want to interact for a second. Like people are just used to wanting things now. Like they wake up in the morning, they think, oh, I gotta get this answer from Anthony or Josh or Frank right now or whatever. Like now I tell people from work, because I'll wake up 6:15, I'll drive to work and all that. And some of the foremen, they start at 6:30. And some of them would try to call me at like 6:30 or 6:45. And I literally message them. I'm like, I'll call, like, don't call me this early. I will talk to you after like 7:30 when it's like I'm actually awake, but I need a little moment to just to kind of catch my own vibe, right?
100%.
So then I'll ask you guys this very simple question. Stop.
Good.
All right, so we have to exit the call and then come back in because it's only maximum 40 minutes. We spent like 12 minutes talking. So I'm going to stop recording here and then we'll pick up right there when I'm about to ask the question. So just join back the meeting. All right. Okay, so I have this question for you. Like I said, when people invade your personal space now, this is kind of the meat of the conversation here. What are means? How do you guys deal with it? Because I've seen people who are aggressive. I've seen people who are I see people who I know for a fact that they're being disrupted, but they just take it. They don't have, I guess, the strength in them to tell the person, listen, just piss off for a second or something. And especially now that we have physical distancing, so it's really about staying out of your space. How do you guys are you guys a specific kind of personality where you typically react a certain way, or like what's your usual reaction?
I mean, I guess it just depends on like what goes down. Some people I think are even more aggressive towards like invading your space than others, or maybe there's somebody doing something annoying close by you that's kind of either weirding you out or you're just like, I'm not about this.
Yep.
I also find those people don't realize that they're invading your space. So that's another issue.
One. Yeah. Huge one. There's some people who literally do not know that they're just too much to handle.
Yeah.
Like they think it's okay to be like the other day I was at work and I was helping out this plumber and older guy, and I'm at my screen. I'm working on something, right? And he comes up behind me, like right behind me, leans in to look at my screen because I was looking at a document for us. Mask off, and he's just talking. I'm like, yo, can you back up just a few feet? Like, what are you doing right now? Like, but then some other people were just kind of be like, all right, well, I'm here. So, they don't want to be disrespectful or confrontational or whatever it is. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes you have to be very blunt and straightforward in telling someone this, leave me alone for a second.
Yeah, it works both ways.
I feel like in any situation, you're going to come off seeming like you're being aggressive, telling the person to back off. Yeah. Like nowadays, it's almost not even. There's like, how are you going to be like? You can be as polite as you want to be, but people are going to be aggressive by that. Like,
you know what I mean? Like you're being like a stuck
exactly. Like you're going to be So it's tough because like you can have that guy's all over you or close to you, and then you act like, hey, please, can you just back up? But like again, no matter how you say it, I think people may think you're aggressive, especially during this situation now with COVID and being in the pandemic. Going grocery shopping is the number one nightmare.
Yeah.
Because I was in the freezer section looking for something, and then I had 3 people try to get in the same door as me, like all up in my, I'm like, what, do you realize what is happening? Like we're supposed to be social distancing. Like let me get my stuff and then go in after me. But that doesn't exist anymore. Like even with the whole aspect of social distancing, that doesn't even exist. So it's crazy right now.
I think that's where I'm probably I don't know about actually both of you, but I'm more aggressive in the sense where, I get annoyed, man. Cause like, sorry, but like not one person is more special than the other, or like rules don't apply. 100%. So it's like, it's common sense. And it frustrates me when people don't have common sense to feel like, okay, I know I wouldn't do that. I know I wouldn't like, if you're like looking at something in the grocery store, I'm not going to like go right up beside you just to grab something. Cause everyone's got their own agenda, but you also have to respect. And that's the thing. No one has respect for.
Doesn't matter what you think or believe. You should still respect the other person's.
Yeah, you should. No, that's right.
Agree.
And you should, but people don't. And that's the annoying and more frustrating thing. And then to your point about now, today's world, you can't do or say anything because everyone's so goddamn sensitive. But I don't know. I don't give a shit.
It's funny because like at the beginning of the pandemic, like it's almost completely different. At the beginning of the pandemic, when people would say, "Oh, can you stand back?" or "Your mask," whatever, to me, I'd almost be like offended, like, seriously, come on. But that's because I didn't know what was going on. Now, if someone's like, "Oh, can you just put your, if you forget to have your mask on or you're too close, can you just, stand on this side?" I'm so apologetic. I'm like, "Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't realize." Literally, brain fart. Sorry. But then some people look at you still to this day as if you're like asking them to friggin' bend over for you. It's just like, yo, listen,
that's just ignorance stuff, right?
It's a common courtesy that we should all abide by, regardless. Like we're trying to keep everyone safe at this point in time. So just wear the mask. If someone asks you to pull it up, just do it. Like, how hard is it to do?
So then have you ever been, let's talk about, let's say maybe with because both of you guys live with your ladies. Anthony's married, Josh and I were still freelancing. Woo! I'm just joking.
Ladies.
Ladies.
What you say, ladies?
So at home,
fucking guys,
right? When you have your relationship, and do you guys take note, or do you guys have cues when you know that you should leave your girl alone? Like when you could tell when she just needs her moment, or do they not? Like how do your girls react?
I'm gonna be honest. I've not caught on to that. I may be very oblivious, but as far
Josh
as I
is
know,
just straight up in her business all the time.
Well, the thing is, we can't. There's nowhere to escape. Like we live in a 1-bedroom apartment, so there's not really anywhere to go other than the bedroom, and the bedroom is just right there. So regardless, we're technically kind of in each other's space, no matter what.
Yeah, but remember, we said it doesn't. You don't have to be isolated. You guys can be at the dinner table and have personal space, right?
No, that's right. That's true. We did touch upon that. But no, I think she thoroughly enjoys my company and just likes to have me around. So
you're very confident of yourself.
And I'm also the same way. Like I enjoy her company. I don't think I need to be like, I don't need to be away from her to have my personal space. Like we can be doing our own thing in the same room.
100%.
Giving each other our own time. And like, so we respect each other in that regard. But I don't think we necessarily have any cues that we've been giving each other in regards to that. I think we just we're almost on the same page where like, we'll do it at the same time. Like she'll be doing something and then I'll be like in my own headspace doing something anyways.
Yeah.
So I think we're kind of on the same page with.
You have that natural agreement to coexist.
I may be totally wrong. I may be reading the situation totally wrong.
I gotta get Mara on their line next time.
But I think we're A-okay on that.
Anthony, you look stressed.
Yeah. I'm always stressed.
And he's just like sweating at this question over here.
No, I don't know. It's I think it's okay. So there's similarities. I think like during the day and everything, like we both work from home, so we're both on like constantly on like conference calls and Zoom meetings and things like that. So I usually try to come upstairs into like my own room, so we're not talking over each other. So it's good that way. But or I'll sit at the dining table and she'll be at like the kitchen island, so we could be in the same room working together and but still doing our own thing. But then it's like when we're not working, I feel like she'll constantly want to maybe like spend time together watching something, like doesn't matter what it is. Sometimes I just if I feel like I need to play a game, or like I want to either, maybe watch a game and she wants to go and watch something else, like I'm all for it, where I feel like there's a lot of disconnect there. But I'd say like that's the most challenging part. Like, how do you manage time to get away yourself, even though you're in the same household? It doesn't matter for me, like if your house is like super tiny or not. It's more so like how you manage that without, causing,
well, with that said, we can kind of roll
whatnot.
these two topics together, because that's actually they kind of they coincide with each other, because the next part was about how to do it during pandemic life, but it doesn't have to be even about the pandemic life. It's just more so how to do it in general. But to both of you guys' point, I feel like there's a couple of different versions of couples. I guess there's the one, I say couples because we're all in relationships, but it can also be two guys who are roommates, or two girls, or a mother and daughter living together, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like things are changing with regards to the fact that when we're always out, during the day, right? You might come home and be like rushing or excited or ready to hang out with your significant other immediately, or to have the dinner together, or to cook together, do whatever it is, right? But now I feel like, especially the couples who are always working home together, human nature is you might get a little bit saturated of each other's presence, like, if that makes sense. And I feel like now there's a lot more, I guess, kind of like what Anthony is saying. If you have two TVs, for example, yeah, of course, you guys watch your shows together, or you have your movies. But sometimes, yeah, the girl will stay in the living room and watch her show, and then you'll piss off and go watch your whatever sport, your soccer on Saturday mornings, or whatever it is, right? And yeah, I said that for you, Josh.
Go on, Man United.
What do you guys think about the cell phones? Because some would argue that like two people in a room can be on their phones. That's them just kind of zoning out. And then others would argue saying, well, no, that's just the phone taking over our lives. But it's digital. It's a digital asset. It's a really big part of kind of personal. Like, how many people have personal space moments that doesn't involve something that's like the internet or the TV, realistically, other than reading?
Well, I think back in the day when we could do stuff, like an outlet would be going to the gym.
Yeah.
Or like I used to go play soccer.
Yep.
So that was another outlet for me. But like now, like you're saying, like we're very limited on what we can do. So we are on our cell phones. I don't think anything's necessarily wrong with that. There are times where I'll be on it and then my lady would be on hers. And like the ongoing joke is, well, like, oh, spend some time with me. Make some time for me. But like, that's the joke, right? But like, we are together. But I don't think anything's wrong with taking a break, looking at your phone, and then reconnecting. That's another personal space type deal.
I think it's becoming more acceptable.
Yeah, I think for sure during these times, 100%.
Obviously, in doses, but
yeah, and like I'm not on the phone for hours, obviously, but
no.
But yeah, no, I think in doses, like throughout the evening, like it happens. That happens to everybody. I wouldn't take it personal that she's on her phone checking out what's going on, Instagramming,
checking out Mandem in front of you.
Oh, that's a no-no. How dare you check out that Mandem?
Anthony, any take on that?
There's also, no, I don't know. I think it's the same, but I also think that's like, then there's the other side to it.
I love how I just want to say, I love how we all have different views. This is exactly what I like. Go ahead. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, no, it's more so like I get all that because I like Josh, I know you touched on it, like that's the joke of it, but then it's like it's not a joke. It's like then all of a sudden you get the other person like giving you shit about being on your phone, but it's like you were just on it 5 minutes ago. Now when I go on it, it's not okay. It's like now you get this little riff back and forth. But yeah, I mean, like I see it as like an outlet, especially like for me, what I do, I'm always like researching shit. I'm always like networking and the constantly.
For sure.
I could do it with my phone, not just my laptop now. So it's 100% another outlet. Does it get in the way of things all the time? Yeah. Because for me, I'm okay. Like if I'm watching something, especially if you watch a show, I've already seen this. I'll whip out my phone and I'll be on it because I don't need to like invest fully. I'm not watching the Zack Snyder cut for the first time. You know what I mean? So it's like that's like
a 4-hour zona right there, guy.
Oh yeah.
Anytime Anthony needs personal space, I'm gonna go watch Zack Snyder cut. See you in 4 hours.
Yeah. I need it. I don't know. I think some people are different than others. Like some people like to just have that personal time. I'm also phrasing it as like alone time.
Yeah.
You just need it without like any sort of distractions, and that can be for whatever outlet you need, whether it's like, I don't know, you're working out, whether you need to like use time to doodle, whether you need time to just like research stuff, like because like listen, like because of the pandemic, I don't know about you guys, but for me at least, even though so listen, you're home now. At least before, you'd be like, okay, you factor in your commute, you're going to work, and then when you leave work, like there's an end time that you'd be like, hey, now I'm going to commute back home. But now it's like it's hard. Like work,
your schedule's really always like, mushed together, kind of.
Yeah, and it basically bleeds into your free time or like your checkout time of work. So there's a lot of overlap. So and it's also, you have your hands full at home, whether you have kids or not. And obviously we don't, but I mean, like it's you start thinking and processing different things differently, and like setting your agenda for the day.
I feel like once you have kids,
time runs out.
Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
No, I was saying like once you figure like, oh shit, like how is it 3:00 already? And maybe it's because I had 5 fucking Zooms and work today. That's the other annoying part. You always Zoom, you can't get any work done.
The worst. I'm on Teams meetings all day, every day.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. So then you feel like, shit, man, I had this idea about something. No, but I was in damn meetings all day, so I want to kind of flush it out now. And it's just like, oh, now I got to do dinner. Help. That's the thing. Now you're like, I got to help out with dinner. Now I got to clean up from dinner. Now what? Want to watch something together? I just want to be alone. I don't know.
I just want to be alone. No, it's funny. Like, but I've never been the type to need like, so I don't like meditate or anything. So I don't need time to just like sit there and like form this like life force bubble around me and just like kind of do my own thing. I've realized that as I grow older, just because I've accepted that life is naturally busy, I guess my personal time is always just in activities that are mindless, right? So I always do the dishes. I actually was just telling my friend the other day how I really enjoy doing the dishes.
So do I. I like doing it too.
You're standing there, you're cleaning stuff, and maybe it's symbolic of me cleaning all the shit off my plate. I don't know, but like realistically, I'm just cleaning dishes. I'm just mindlessly that's a good 15 minutes of me just to zone out, do my own thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I love cooking now, right? And again, that's like an hour and a half of me just lining things up sequentially, just being in my own zone, and just kind of maybe the sense of accomplishment is something that brings me some peace of mind. I have some music playing in the background, and Cece's usually hovering around, helping me out. I'm helping her out. And we're just kind of like, vibing off each other, but we're not really saying much. Just might say, oh, I heard about this or whatever, but we're just kind of, our small talk, right?
Yeah.
So the last question I guess I would ask you guys is, do you think that there's such thing as too much personal space? Like maybe some people want it a little, like they want a little too much time is there such thing as having too much time for yourself, or wanting to have too much time to literally be in your own zone? Or that can backfire? Oh, damn. Okay. Shit.
No, straight up. No.
No. Why not,
bro?
No, I don't know. I think it's just because kind of what I touched on earlier. Like, there's not enough hours in the day. There might be, and it might not be all the time. Like, listen, it's just like you might have a week that's like, holy shit, like work took over my life, but I didn't get to like these 10 other things I wanted to do, and so just a breakdown of that. It's like you just need a mental break as well in the midst of all of that stuff, whether it's personal or work related. So I feel like there's never enough personal time and space to have, I think, in order to like accommodate those needs, I feel like.
Interesting. I know there are people who more so done at work, not necessarily post work or in their personal time. But there are people who would put it in their schedule, whether they put it out of office or, how everybody shares calendars now, you can see what they're doing. They will put a block of time, let's say each day between 1 to 2, whatever it is, where they even turn off, you can set your time so you get no emails, no phone calls, nothing. And that is their time to either focus, breathe, relax, do whatever they want. And it's almost like their form of a scheduled personal time, because they're just so busy that they probably wouldn't even do it on their own, like free, in their own thought, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, like my work does that. We block off times, and actually our account managers do it for us. They'll, like, for example, even like every day between, I think it's between 12 and like 1, that's blocked off for everybody. So there's no meetings. And then every Wednesday, the whole day, no meetings for anybody. It's like just Wednesday. But, and this might not be for everybody, but at least for me, I feel like even though that time is blocked off, I'm constantly working through that time off. Even like
that's the whole point. Though.
Anybody, but no, I know, but it's not like time.
So it's not personal space. You're not taking your personal time. You're still working.
Yeah. I'm not taking time to like. I don't have time to reflect or think, oh, good, I had this hour off. Okay, let me go stare at the wall now for.
Let's go. Let's go grab a coffee.
Let me go be a cat.
Yeah. Some days, honestly, and like again, not everybody's the same. Everyone's work's different, but like some days, like fuck, I don't eat lunch till 3:00. Like it's that fucking crazy.
I don't eat lunch. Like lunch is
lunch is a luxury. I don't even get a chance. The schools I'm cleaning during my lunch, so it's not even.
Yeah. Well, guys, relax, because I can't not take a lunch, because like I'll get sick if I don't eat.
Oh, we're not attacking you. We're not attacking you.
No,
we're just joking. Machines.
Yo,
we're machines.
Why are you attacking me for?
You need your little carrots and your dip.
Yeah, I do 100%.
You want your dip with the chips
every 5 minutes. Yeah, chips with the dip.
With the chip.
Chips with
you got him. You got him though, bro.
I do. I got that ring.
You got two. I
got 2 rings. Yeah, that's right.
Man's the only person in the Raptors organization who has 2 rings.
There you go. 2 rings. 2-ring Tony. Here we go.
That's right.
Well, dudes, I would say that if we wrap it up, let's wrap it up with some closing statements about personal space. If I were to
not so personal.
You're this is very invasive right now. I'm not even getting to be like, it's making me talk.
You guys will shut your mouth and listen to what I gotta say.
Yeah, what the hell, Frank? This is the time I'm supposed to reflect.
This was
on
my reflection time.
Yeah. I hate you guys, actually. I think personal space comes in the modern day. It's many forms. It can be anything. People want to actually do work on a hobby, Instagram, look for inspiration on Pinterest. They want to sleep, watch a TV show. I think that because today is such a busy friggin' world, that anything that brings you joy and relaxation and lowers your blood pressure should be allowed. And that's your personal space. There's no judgment, no nothing. I don't personally think there could be too much space unless you're like really abusing it, like to a crazy degree. Like if you come home, you're like, wife, kids, don't talk to me until 12 a.m. It's like, all right, well.
Yeah, that's a bit aggressive.
All right. But I think that
that's me.
It's prime time, and there are people who either don't respect it on other people, they don't respect other people's space, or they don't respect their own space. Like they don't know how to just kind of really let themselves unwind, which is
they don't take that time.
Much.
Yeah,
that's my closing
that's
statement.
Us. Yeah. Some of us here right now, we don't really know how to unwind properly. Always ready to go for work or something.
Yeah, it's yeah, I get it. It's true. I mean, like I always even find at nighttime, it's like you get ready for bed. You can flip on the TV. I don't know if you guys watch TV while you sleep or whatever before you go to bed, but it's like I know Leanna does it all the time, but I would like to prefer to just sit there and either listen to music or just fire up my laptop and just continue to work.
when we moved here, like when Cece and I lived at our mom's house, we had a TV in the bedroom, and it would get to the point like where like we'll be in bed and we end up watching TV till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because you're in
Yeah.
bed. And one of the things, the rules that we made when we moved to the house were like TV in the office, TV in the living room. That's it. Wait, we don't want one in the bedroom because the bedroom should be honestly for sleep and sex. That's it. So you're either sleeping or you're just this is my podcast. I say what I gotta say. Azam ain't here. Azam ain't here to stop me, yo. But that should be your place of peace.
We know how Frank acts when people enter his personal space.
Just barking. Get out of here, scat.
You just hiss at them.
Josh, any final words on this topic?
No, like how you touched on it, I agree. Like any thing that brings you some kind of enjoyment that allows you to maybe potentially mellow out, or even not even mellow out, like me going to play soccer or whatever.
Yeah,
that's my time to myself.
You're still
you know what I mean? It also allows me to go maybe hang out with some people I haven't seen in a little while. You know what I mean? So it's a stress reliever in that sense. So it's nice to be able to just turn down that way. You know what I mean? Yes. Everyone has their own way of doing it. It could be reading, going to the gym, playing a sport, watching TV, whatever it is. Like everyone definitely needs it, and I think everyone goes about it a different way. And to each their own, right? So some of us can turn off, some of us can't. And while we're not turning off, that's our relax zone, right? So our personal space. So
I like how you put it. It's like a collaborative relaxation, because you're right. Like when I go play, I know I already said my last statement, but if I go play soccer or football, whatever it is, I come back way more relaxed, even though I'm tired. But I just like drain myself of that negative energy, the stress, and I'm like, okay, I can get a good night's sleep, right? So that's a really good example. All right, guys. With that said, it is time for everybody, and I do mean everybody's favorite segment of all shows there are in existence today. Joe Rogan ain't got shit on this segment right here.
Oh, fuck.
It is time. Everybody, please join me in welcoming Spitting in 5.
Disco.
Party, disco. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, baby.
What? What happened?
You guys don't have to keep going.
We got it. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh. What is this?
Welcome everybody to this episode of Spitting in 5. For those of you who don't know, who live underneath a rock for the past year and 57 episodes, Spitting is 5. It is my segment where I choose a topic that has absolutely nothing to do with what you just talked about. It could be about anything. These guys do not know what it is. It is simply a question, scenario, situation, whatever it is. You got to answer me truthfully, no bullshitting. Are you guys ready for this week's Spitting in 5?
No.
No.
Good. But let's do it anyway.
You can't be ready. You can't be ready. All right. This week's Spitting in 5. And this is very well fitting since we're all best friends. Here's the scenario. All three of us. All right. What?
I pick Frank.
True, for an Operation Black Shield, right? Sacrifice me first. So all three of you guys, all three of us, we get picked up by the FBI. Right? Boom. You get put in different squad cars, you get put in different interrogation rooms, all three of us. The guy or girl, whoever it is, the field agent, special agent, it's always a special agent.
Ain't telling you shit.
They say, all right, Mr. Ruggiero, all right, Mr. Fourth, here's a scenario. If you rat your two boys out, okay, you get a walk off scotch-free. They'll have to spend 10 years in jail, but you will get yourself $1 billion.
Oh.
Are you going to take this deal, sirs?
100%.
Oh, Anthony. 22 rings. That's
Jeez,
bad,
just
bro.
straight. He didn't even think about it. He didn't even think about it.
Dang.
Man was ready to answer, and I didn't even.
Oh my!
I could have said $5. He'd probably say yes.
100p.
Anthony. So yes, like you'll just let us go to jail, maximum security for 10 years for $1 billion.
I'm all about that green.
I respect that. I'm not gonna lie.
So in 10 years, if we came out, will you be like, all right, yo,
you owe us big time.
Here's a little sum to take care of you
absolutely.
guys.
Absolutely. Or I invest some of that $1 billion to try and break your asses out. Or I'd buy the prison.
If I end up in prison, sad day. I'm not coming out.
Why? Because you're just gonna enjoy it.
No. They'll enjoy me.
Yo, actually, like with your long
they will
hair.
enjoy me in jail.
All right, so Anthony, you were 100% rat us out. Fair enough. Josh, what you saying?
No, I'm not ratting you out. Taking it to the grave, bro.
For sure, you're gonna take
100%. I'm like, obviously, this is not
You're
to
lying.
the degree, but
lying,
I know
Frank.
I've been in a situation like this back in university.
Oh,
I
really?
got kicked out of school because I wasn't willing to give up people for a certain situation that happened.
But were they
I took it to my grave.
Were they offering you $1 billion?
They were allowing me to stay in school, and I said,
but that's
no.
not $1 billion.
I know. I said it's not to the same degree, but I still got kicked. I got kicked out of university, man. Like that was a big deal. I lost my scholarship at that time, and then thank God got it back.
Respect for that one. Respect to
like
that one.
I didn't rat anybody out. People ratted me out for things I didn't even do at that point in time, which was ridiculous.
Yo, man, your new name is NRJ, No Rat Josh.
Respect.
Nerj.
That's my Swedish name.
For me, I'm 100% doing it for sure. 100% ratting both of you guys out. Because the reason is this.
Thank you.
Rude.
As much
now I know who my friends are. We could have all gone to jail together.
I would be 100% sad that you guys are in jail. But at the same time, in 10 years, you're 43. If you guys come out, and I'm like, yo, Richard, each one of you guys, here's $250 million. You will quickly forget about those 10 years you spent in jail.
Are you sure? 10 years is a long time. A lot of shit can go down in 10 years in jail.
Are you
bro.
sure? Yo, man, you get in jail, you join a gang, you friend up, whatever.
Just join a gang, just casual.
Guys,
you get a few tattoos.
Casually join what gang am I going to join?
You get a few tattoos. What do you mean? You can pull off native gang, Mexican gang, white gang, even black gang. You can long hair gang, ponytail gang. You can be any gang you want.
I'm gonna start my own gang.
You start your own gang. They're all joining.
You know what?
Gang.
You know what? Prison would be good for me because then I'd have my own personal space.
Or I thought you were gonna say you had your own personal like man or something. I was just like, yeah, you would.
No, maybe personal
get out over here, boy.
Or you would be someone's personal man to them, but whatever.
Don't be jealous, okay, guys? Don't be jealous.
Wow, so sad. My friends would send me to jail.
Hey, man.
I respect it though.
It's 1 billion, yo. 1 billion.
Yeah, see, that's what
you'll come out pissed off at the same time. Once I say, yo, Josh, here's your mansion.
That's if I come out.
Here's all your
shank some guys in jail and I get stuck there.
Listen, with the $1 billion, I can pay people to protect you. Think about that. I can say, yo, you 10 people, you protect my 2 boys, no matter.
You know what I would do with that money? You know what I did? I would use some of that money. I'd be so rich. I would fund a production company to refilm Prison Break, and I would actually try to do it. Yeah.
Why would you waste the money, guy? Just
it's $1 billion.
Let me do my time. I don't need you doing like a $5 million budget production. Okay, just I'll do my time.
Wow,
guys, that was thank you so much again. I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for joining us on A Coming of Age, the podcast. You guys were dope shit as always. That's why you're my best friends. First of all, let's talk about Josh. Everybody, if you are interested in summer camps, after school parties, your kids looking for any kind of work, you can reach Josh at info@getsetgoathletics.com. That is info@getsetgoathletics.com. Again, he does private schools, he does daycares, he does international programs, he does summer camps, adults, kids, you name it, he takes care of it. Thanks again, Josh, for being on the show. Anthony, if you guys want to see, not even if you want to see, you guys should take the time to see his stuff. He is extremely talented. I'm not just saying that because he's my boy. I'm saying that because these are straight facts, and he will owe me a couple $1 million in a few years once I break out of jail. But you can check out his Instagram handle at Tony Ruggs. That's at TonyRuggz. You can see all the stuff he's up to. He does a ton of logos, a ton of inspiration, reaches out all the time to Adidas, Nikes, LA Rams. I mean, he's just all over the place. But check out his info. He also has the link on there to his portfolio if you want to check him out as well. Thank you again, Anthony. Thank you both for being on the show. Oh, sorry. If you guys want to reach us, A Coming of Age, the podcast, you can reach us at acomingofage.thepodcast@gmail.com. You can check out our Instagram handle at A Coming of Age, the podcast. Follow, like, comment. We stream everywhere, even though you're listening to this. But if you want to tell your people, we're on Podbean. We're on iTunes. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. I was gonna say Shopify, but hey, we're on Shopify too, man. Check us out there, y'all.
Check that out.
All about that peen. All about that peen.
Get that merch out there.
Where you can stream podcasts, we will be there. With that said, boys, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being on the show. You guys were awesome. Great guests, great input. And make sure you share this with all of our high school peeps and universities so they can see that we'll be billionaires one day once we get out of jail.
And I'm still there. Sick.
Yeah, we'll be billionaires because we ratted each other out.
Yo, next episode of Combination Podcast is going to be through plexiglass and telephone lines with us. So. Guys, thanks so much. Peace out.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having us. It was an awesome show.
Thank you. Love you guys. Peace.
All right, later, dude.
Later.
Nice.
Check you.